G'day YouTubers and thank you for tuning in to today's toy review. And I've got a bit of a very itchy nose because of pollen levels being absolutely damn high. In this video I'm going to be doing a toy review and I've just noticed there's a bit of itching on my nose. Again, that is going to spark the running risk of a nosebleed. So I'm going to have to probably put a tissue on my nostrils, but I'm not going to feature it because hey, I'm going to be doing a very elaborate toy review. And my eyes are almost a little bit whingy, but whingy in a very ticklish way, I guess. Anyways, without actually sounding a bit nauseous by the looks of it though, hey, I've actually got lots of paper, and look at the amount of mess I've been making. But anyways, despite all of this excruciating mess, because of my arts and crafts stuff, here is, of course, after the origami, Penguin Club World, American Independence Day 2024 toy, and it's called the Camping Trio and Raccoon Scavenger Hunt 12 pack, which costs about an excruciating £21. Look how expensive this product is. And I think what's actually causing is the cold and the unseasonably chilly temperatures, as well as, look at, oh no, that's not good. Oh no. Ooh, we got a bit of packaging damage. That's not very good to see that. But I think I can fix that somehow in a quick instant, just to get this whole baby nicely done. Let's just go ahead and unpack this. But before that, I want to show you the artwork. We've got a raccoon. There's a fat penguin here. It looks like he's ate some pizza. And there's a fish. Okay, let's go ahead and unpack and see what we've got. Despite how... Look how... Oh man, this is really disappointing. This is really getting my grinding nerves. I just don't really like when products just break. God damn it. There you go. I'm just gonna hew it. I'm just gonna pretty much what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna cover this one up. Just, oh my god, I've gotta start over again. And guess what I'm gonna do next? The way I have to treat these things is, of course, let me just show you. I'm just gonna add a bit of blue felt tip ink, like so, just to make it all nice. And this is something I rarely ever do in my videos on YouTube, and colour in this, but I'm actually going to be using, much better, I've got super glue with me, which is that. But before I should do that, I'm just going to go ahead and grab a yellow felt tip marker, which I nearly rummage around. Crikeys. Why toy reviews do have to be really painful and stressful at times? I mean, this is life, you know, I just can't get my head around why the hell do I have to do just stupid toy reviews when I've got, you know, broken flat out toy products? I mean, that's just wrong. I'm sorry to say this, but obviously I'm kind of surprised that I'm somehow doing it in a very random fashion sort of way without excruciating my audience. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the components before I start to rant. Okay, let's start with the fish. Obviously, it's just a standard looking fish. Feeling a lot, well, kind of depressed there, that fish. Not really great in terms of detailing. I mean, it looks good, but I think there's a bit of white flashing on the paper here. But of course, yes, I think the real treat of what we can see here, despite the disappointing unpacking, is I'm going to bring in these two little guys here, or big guys. We've got some raccoons. Hooray! Fantastic. One of the most common mammals to be seen in American suburbs, of course. Very well known for their trash-dwelling nature. Very nice. So it looks quite cool. We've got two of these raccoons. We've got an orange raccoon with brown stripes. And then we've also got another raccoon, which is green. How cool is that? It looks like some sort of weird radioactive raccoon. How cool is that, hey? It looks very, very nice. Love the way it's actually been designed to look like a real raccoon, but in a very, somehow, somewhat totally different colour. And it's fantastic detailing on these raccoons. Makes it very Americanized because they are from America. And obviously, I think this one's not very good though. I can see there's a lot of paint spraying on this one here, the orange one. But I might go for the green one. The green one looks pretty colourful. It looks more like a radioactive looking raccoon. How cool is that, eh? It looks pretty cool. And let's take a look at the pizza, of course, because everybody knows in America it's one of the most obese places in the world. There's some of these little green pea thingies, and there's that pizza piece. Fantastic stuff, hey? And then we've also got these 3 caps here. How cool is that, eh? I feel like anyone needs to make some more of that 4th of July Independence Day stuff. And of course, yes, you can somehow basically mix and match the way these toys are going to be like. It's somehow fantastic to see. Okay, looks good. I can't see any discernible differences within these penguins, but hey, this blue one here, you can just straightforward mix and match whatever colour you've got. But hey, you know, somehow it's certainly not one of the baddest products I've seen. I think the nicest thing we've got is the raccoons, which is just such a fantastic treat to have in this product, which is just so nice. Never ever had a raccoon themed product until the 4th of July just showed up. Strangely enough, somehow, that was fantastic. It's quite a rare product now, since I've got the raccoons, which is fantastic for a set. Lovely hats, and I might show you the American flag and the duck. Quite nice little components, aren't they? Nice after all. And there's the other side. And there's... yeah, I can't believe that. I could tell you what. I'm actually making this video in such disgusting weather now. You know what's been happening throughout our summer. The July we're having is going to be a repeat of what we've just been seeing around, you know, what's just been happening around June. It's just so stupid and dumb to feel like that if the UK was feeling a lot more like Scandinavia. Or like in this case, the North Pole. Like, you know, 17 or 18 degrees Celsius, that's just so pathetically cold. You know, and it's raining as well too. Whenever you think about those scenes, they're actually much more reminiscent of January or December than, let's just say, what summertime has to offer. It's just really dumb and stupid. And I can just say, oh, that's just great. I released all that woman and it's trapped with nowhere to go. Or should I just say, I've just released all that woman and it's gone with nowhere to be gone again. Or nowhere to be returning back again. It's just stupid. Okay. I think I made a bit of a mess, hey? But that's okay. Hey, what I will do... yeah, I might have to wash this duvet thing, or maybe what this mess, but let me just jump cut, because there's something I might end this video right now. Okay, without sounding completely overboard, without actually thinking about something totally obscene, rather than just thinking about just how stupid the weather is in the UK at the moment though. Look how stupidly unsettled and wet outside. I mean, this is just chronically bad. Looking at those temperatures is just way beyond pathetic, and I think July of 2024 is going to be absolutely far by one of the worst months. I mean, look at how wet this is. This is just terrible. The lowest of the low of what I've just seen so far, and somehow those temperatures aren't really starting to pick up. So what's going on here? And apparently we've been seeing an area of high pressure that's been trying to nudge in from the west, so it's been shifted towards the west. And that was also the same high pressure that was also responsible for the heat wave that we had last week. But look what's coming to play. Oh, sorry, I need to close these tabs. Okay, so what's happening is that what I can now tell is that going by the looks of that low pressure on the top, it's on charge. It's fully in charge. And what's going to be happening is that it has been dumping quite a lot of rainfall across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, but all it's introducing is colder air. And you know where it's actually coming from? Greenland and Iceland. Ho, ho, hell. Merry Christmas. Well, Christmas has came relatively early in July, well, stereotypically wise. And guess what? You know, whenever I think about that, low pressure coming all the way from Greenland and Iceland, it's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer has to go to the hospital because he's going to have some sort of weird prostate exam. Or maybe, let's just say, you know, I can describe one of the elves, you know, Santa's little elves, Santa's little helpers. Well, guess what? They're going to be having sex with their mothers and stuff. Who knows? I'm just kind of saying that as a bit of a way to describe and how stupidly cold the UK weather is. Now, that may actually upset the whole apple cart. And I know that the UK is very responsible for such stupidly cold weather. Reminds me so much in the way of Norway or Finland or Sweden or Denmark or anywhere somewhere around Scandinavia. I mean, that's probably the influence of where it's coming from, because the British people had a lot of Viking influences and people from that realm. Obviously, think about it. Anyways, so yes, what's been happening? Looking at all that cold air that has been dumped straight towards the UK, it's a complete fail for the UK because, one, it doesn't feel like summer and it feels more like winter or autumn, depending on how you put it this way. And two, there's no hot weather, okay, at the moment, because look at what's happening. Bouncing forwards of low pressure are just starting to look what's happening. All of this is just low pressure after low pressure after low pressure. It's just stupid and dumb. Okay? Seeing that is just a complete, constant, epic fail. Now, I feel like that this weather here has lumbered so much so that the UK is just going to be seeing chances of rain. But, of course, here's what I'm not seeing is snow, because, we're in midsummer. But look at the constant rainfall that has just been totally drenching us. It is just horrifyingly horrible, totally wrong of what's going on. And I mean, it's obviously the news are just frothing out from the mouths and stuff. And look at this, all of these UK heatwave news reports, they all just keep coming in and coming out. Well, this really does seems to cause a whole bunch of debate. And, climate change and global warming, eh? Welcome to the world of stupidity after all. So it seems like that, for July 2024, to get some very hot temperatures, I don't think we're going to have a heat wave this year's July. But I might be totally wrong. Who knows? Maybe I'm just sort of really bored on the fact that, everyone's wearing like long sleeves and clothing with scarves. Obviously, it's obvious that the UK tends to see itself as a cold climate sort of country in a sense. People wearing coats, jackets, jumpers, and sweaters, and flipping blazers, that's all. I mean, why can't I just pretty much start to think that the UK is straightforward, rather pathetic when it's this cold? And mind you, after making this video, I feel like I'll be just giving people the cold shoulder and just say goodbye, good riddance to this silly little video that I've just made for the sake of climate change and global warming. But anyways, without getting too much into the way of weather bureaucratics, and without idiomizing all of this cold climate stuff, all of this cold climate entity type things, without coming along and punching people in the face like an absolute maniac and just being putting on towards the naughty list for Christmas, well, I might as well just stop talking about this garbage, because you know why? I don't think anything makes sense at this part of the video, and you can definitely see why on how cold it really has been. And let's just have a bit of a reminder of just why it's been so freezing cold. And I mean, not literally, but just sort of. Okay, so yes, low pressure is originating from Greenland and Iceland, dumping lots of rain across some parts of the UK with, lower temperatures, and that's just like below the normal average. Just really heartbreaking to see why summer has totally died off. Anyways, I better leave this video here because it's going to cause a whole bunch of debate and a whole bunch of hate. But anyways, please give this video a like, subscribe for more videos in the future, and as always, thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.